some on Shockley. Shockley will be resurfaced. Might be some patching required in there. Other than that, I think we've got all the major problems in town. The rest of the work on Church Street will get those last couple little areas that we talked about with our maintenance guy. So, yeah, I feel confident we'll get in for a small project this next go around. So,
Thank you. Financial advisors report. We had a pre-budget meeting before this one, so I don't think there was anything other than getting the budget or getting ready for budget time. Zoning report. Dan's not here, but I did see his report. So, under old business, we still have 2 vacancies on the BZA and 1 vacancy on the Planning Commission. And then Crestline Development withdrew their zoning petition and site development plan. Under new business, the park plan, the committee had their first meeting on August 4th. And 5 out of the 11 of the steering committee was there. And the next meeting, September 1st. And then I'll start going over some things and set some general goals and probably establish a citizen survey. The comp plan update, the Planning Commission will work on that at their August 24th meeting. So, John, that's the next Planning Commission meeting. And then he mentioned that Arbor Homes is looking at doing some due diligence on some property here in town. He said it's all on the west side of town. So I'm not sure if, I think he mentions in here it's the Kindred family property. Not sure if those are currently zoned in town or out of town.
Urban development up off Shockley, up the
Okay.
Shockley Loop.
I think they looked at that a couple of years ago also. So that was all Dan had from the planning zoning. Report, maintenance report.
Just lawn mowing and spraying still. Nothing really new, really. I got that the stone picked up there by the Methodist Church sidewalk, swept up, cleaned up. I don't know that.
Yeah, thanks for doing that.
Yeah, I don't know how that worked. But that's pretty much it, really.
Everything else working?
Yeah, seems to be, yeah.
Okay. Technology, I think we had a little-ish snafu, but it's working now.
Where are we at with deployment of?
you forget. Where are we at with deployment of the new website? I know he sent us a link for the beta.
I think it's live. We
Is
just
it?
need to add to it, so we can work on that.
And that's liston.in.gov, right?
I think so.
Let's just see.
That didn't work.
Maybe not then. I'll ask him. I thought he said last meeting it was up and going.
Get there.
He did it? Okay.
And then old business. There, do you have anything for us to cover under old business? New business. And citizens' comments.
I got one. So obviously, I live in town, have a house in town. I got a food truck business. A couple years ago, I was setting up in town at the gas station because I was asked to set up. I have since been asked multiple times, multiple different business owners to set up at places. But Eric, what was it, 5 years ago, sent me a cease and desist letter and told me I was not allowed to set up in town. But I came through town, what day was that? Thursday, and Swayze's is set up in town. So what makes them any different than me or another food truck operator? The permit was like $275. You guys wanted a separate permit for the town of Liston. It's like $275 for 90 days. I don't even pay that in the county for 365 days. Or any other town around here. I don't pay anything like that. So can we get that waived and can we set up?
They did not have a permit, I will say that.
Okay,
But I
so,
also, I saw them, but I mean, I don't feel like that was my position to go over there and tell them to pack it up. I
Are
don't
we
know.
aware of it? Who was it? Who said it? Where
Swayze's
was it?
Tenderloin Trailer.
And the,
Tenderloin trailer.
Yeah,
Dollar
it's
Tree.
Breakfast Co. That's who it is.
Yeah,
But I mean-
I wasn't aware of it, but what if we would enforce the same thing?
But can we get rid of that? I mean, why wouldn't you guys want new business in town? I mean, people to come in, give them somewhere to eat in town. I mean, he's got a truck, I got a truck, there's a couple other people got trucks. We got permission to set up multiple places.
I have permission to set up at this corner lot. I know the lady that owns the property, and she's told me that I could set up there as long as I clean my mess up.
The fire department's asked me multiple times to come up and sit in the parking lot. I'm
We-
not gonna pay
we can-
$275 to do that.
we can bring it up at the planning commission meeting. I know when we set up some of those permits and ordinances, Dan had taken a survey from other communities and things were supposed to have been fairly similar to
I go
everywhere
to
else.
every
so-
small town around here. I don't pay nothing anywhere.
Yeah, we can drive right to
9/11
Brownsburg and set up, and they don't say a word to us.
But I mean, I run out of Pittsburgh, so I don't
Yeah.
pay anything there.
We
I
can,
mean, surely you guys would want a little more business in town.
I like barbecue.
Do you put a police for the,
I've been to police a couple times here.
okay. No, they did pass a food truck ordinance.
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Here,
In
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. He was on
Yeah.
the
Still on
council
the
then.
council at the time.
'Cause he didn't want him
There's
to do
two
it.
different rates. If you set up in somebody's lot, other than the park, they waive that
The food.
because you're coming in to help them. But if you set up on somebody's lot and the people buy the food from you and pay for themselves, you have to get a permit. But if like Fleece were to pay you $1,000 to come and you just handed out the food, then you don't need a permit. It didn't make any sense. I voted against it.
yeah, we don't pay anything anywhere we go.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, even
I don't think
Danville's,
anybody knows.
Danville has one too, but it's not
Yeah.
forced. And
Well,
there's only 125.
Yeah,
Okay.
and what apparently started it was somebody was setting up outside of a bar or something like that. And people were going out buying hamburgers for $3 versus they wanted 6 or 7 in the bar. So the bar owner got upset. So that's what brought all that.
That's understandable.
Yeah,
I have to get upset too.
I understand your concern. I don't remember personally, again, my memory doesn't work that well, what we set up and how long ago it's been. So maybe it just needs to be revisited. That'll come up at the plan commission, make sure that you're on plan. So,
yeah, I'll add that to let Dan know we want to revisit that.
and then, we want to do what's smart for everybody, what works best for everybody. We're not here to overly burden somebody. So don't know what the story with the other person was. Again, unfortunately, we don't have full-time coverage, so it just wasn't seen. There was,
So, I mean, if I came to set up in town, is your mind gonna say anything?
I don't care, to be honest. So,
I mean, it's an ordinance against it, so yeah, if we see it, we're gonna cite you. Not picking on you, just if I see that, just like any other law.
Well, I know Eric saw him, because Eric pulled out of his driveway and drove right through town. He just doesn't like me, so that's why he sent me the letter.
That's conjecture.
I mean, don't know the history, I don't care. But again, I don't know, maybe he didn't come through town, I don't know.
Oh, he did, I watched it.
Okay, well, don't know I'm not Eric, so.
Yeah, I get it. I was just bringing it up, see if we can
Yep.
get some things changed.
Very good.
I would give you a report from the Communications Advisory Board meeting, but when I walked in the 911 center last week, the deputy director asked me what I was doing there, and I said, I'm here for the meeting. And he said, it's closed to the public. You can't go upstairs. And I said, I've done it many times in the past, nobody had a problem. And he said, well, he blocked me from going up the stairs. He said, you have a problem, you talk to Renee, so. I filed a complaint with the public access counselor, and I'm gonna complain to the commissioners tomorrow. We'll see if it goes anywhere.
Well, he was even invited by a town council member to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, yeah.
And Eric Watson both texted me the time and the date for the meeting, so.
Are those public meetings?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. It's just,
That's unfortunate.
mhm.
Can you give a specific location and we can look into it? And
Yes,
that's,
it's house address 402 North Church Street. And I am a resident of that.
we can take, I mean, again, we're glad to help out if it's a burden to try to clear it and it's causing drainage issues. We want to keep it draining, obviously, for everybody's benefit, so,
I mean, it won't be on the weekend when I get time to mow it down. So
yeah.
I finally got my weed whacker.
Okay. And again, like, you know, my yard, I've got two different ones. I mow them around them and stuff. It's just because, you know, town right of way versus where everybody's yards go up to the edge of the road, you know, it's different. I mean, the right of way is wider than what our roads are. And again, we maintain the sewer system, but again, it's kind of always falling on the adjacent property owner to mow around it. Just like if there wasn't a storm drain there, you would still mow that area, right? Because it's kind of part of your yard. So, but we can give you a hand if you need it. You know, Steve's
I don't
awesome.
need a hand anymore. I got
Oh.
a nice new steel weed whacker.
Excellent. That's a good brand. So, but yeah, anytime something like that, you know, again, people telling us there's a problem somewhere, sometimes we don't see everything or something's clogged up. Or I was going to tell Steve up there at the very end of Church Street where it bends on the railroad, the street sign and stuff, the weeds and stuff are growed up so much around it, you can't hardly see the street sign. So just need to, you know, we're clear it out. So things like that, appreciate people telling us about it.
Is Lebanon gonna get resealed? The cracks in it?
It's on the list. Yeah. And that's the thing is, you know, with what we've been able to do with the community crossings money, we've got, you know, patching done, we've got resurface and everything else, got everything in pretty good shape. Now we got to maintain it. That's like, just like when we fixed Still Meadow, again, that was a good fix for that, but over time it cracks and we want to keep the water out of the pavement. So yeah,
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I noticed it was cracking real bad over the winter.
it was the other day I came in I turned off Shockley because the traffic was backed up and I just noticed cracking. So I had her add that. So I'll have them double check with Lebanon because we can do a lot of crack sealing for pretty economically. So,
Yeah, it came a long way in 10 years.
yep.
And currently on that, with that program from the state, when we qualify, the town spends 25% of the cost of
It's
20.
It's 80-20 now.
Oh, it's 80-20, even better. So for every $20 we spend, the state puts in the other 80. Started out at 50-50, and for small towns, it's gotten better and better, so.
Do you guys have a count on how many houses are hooked up to city water now?
114.
That's not enough to drop the price down, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, the water prices are ridiculous. Don't get me started. I don't even live in my house, and it's like $175 a month.
I think it has water, sewage, and stormwater.
Yeah.
The water's nice and blue.
It is way better.
It is way better, I will say that.
It does
way
smell
better.
chlorine,
My wife's like, oh, it's blue. I'm like,
and it's got good pressure.
water ain't supposed to be.
It works when the power goes out.
Yes, it does.
I do miss city water right now. I do miss it.
Wish I could city water. When he's gonna run that way.
You want to hook up?
I can't hook up. I'd have to run a line 3 miles.
And we do go under the highway, but just over to
There's
the
water over there.
NDOT garage.
Is there anybody hooked up over there?
And NDOT and the rust stop. But
None of
they're,
them other houses hooked up?
no,
I'd love to have
There's only
sewer and water
114
down
people hooked up.
to the Boone County, Henry County line. That'd be great.
Danny Majors hooked up last week.
Who did?
Chiropractor. I mean, they had to, but
What's his plans over here? Is he gonna build?
I haven't heard.
he was still talking with, the last we had heard, he was talking with a couple different design engineers. But I think the scope has changed and then got some numbers and they may be changing again. We haven't heard anything probably for a good 6 months. So if that was all on citizens' comments, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.